what Christmas is all about? Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. You've been done before, Charlie Brown, but this time you really did it. I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. You've been done before, Charlie Brown, but this time you really did it. I guess you were right, Linus. I shouldn't have picked this little tree. Isn't there anyone who knows?
Oh shit, sorry about that. My bad. Sorry about that. I was trying to put lotion on my hands and like get done with that before the damn song ended, and that didn't happen, and that was nice. Hello everybody. Happy, what is today? Is today Thursday? The Thursday before Christmas. It is so exciting. As I'm sure many of you, just like us in Southern Indiana, you're bracing for this extreme winter weather that is about to move in on us. Yaba is doing the last of the in-store pickups that have to be done before the weather shuts everything down. Hold on. Oh, anyway. My daughter texted me a little bit ago, and my response to her was a capital J, capital F, like Frank, capital C. JFC was my response. And she just texted me back and said, "What's that mean? LOL." Tell me in the chat if you know what a capital JFC from your mother in a text means. Ilaria Sand, I see you in the chat, and I saw a $2 super chat when I was looking in my creator studio today from you that I think I missed, and it might have been from the last live, I'm not sure, but I didn't see it. But the question you asked in that super chat was, did you really hang out in person with Truthfully Trisha? And the answer to that is yes. Truthfully Trisha, myself, and her boyfriend at the time shared a meal. Yes, we did. She came through the greater Louisville area, and I believe it was the fall of 2020. And she met me. I have no problem telling you where we met. She met me at the Cracker Barrel at the Scottsburg, Indiana exit of I-65. At the time, I lived in Scottsburg. Well, I guess technically I didn't. No, technically I lived in Scottsburg because that is where my apartment was at the time. But by the fall of 2020, Yaba had moved into her own apartment, and I was effectively living there. I was sleeping there every night and just paying rent on that podunk little apartment in bumfucked southern Indiana for no reason. Anyway, just freaking call. No, Alana 11. That is not what it means. Hi, Felicia. Got it correct. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I hope that Yaba's listening. I think she is, but I know she's driving, and it is really getting nasty out there. The text that she sent to me that prompted me to respond, Jesus fucking Christ, was her telling me that she had just got back from the store. She made it last run to the grocery store before the Christmas blizzard of 2022 sets in. And when she got home, her sister-in-law's 1-year-old had knocked her TV off of the TV stand and broke it. And I responded, capital JFC, because that's about all I care to hear about. Oh, Alana says, I know, LOL. Anyway, moving on. You're in Western Kentucky. No snow yet, but should hit here within the next hour. Yeah, they said, last I heard of our local news guy, he said that sometime on Thursday evening into Friday, the rain was just gonna, it would be a switch being flipped and it would turn to snow. So Illyria, yeah, so we had lunch at the Cracker Barrel in Scottsburg, her and her dude, which I don't know if it was Clint. Honestly, I don't remember the gentleman's name. He was very polite, very, very polite. Me and Trisha really just sat there and talked about funny funny stories from the internet from 2016 until 2020, and we just laughed and giggled about it while we ate. Before we went in, though, to share a meal together, Trisha and I, we sat in my car and we did a live stream. And when we left, after we ate and we were on our way back to our cars to part ways, she thought it would be funny to reenact the Bless This Mess scene where Bless This Mess allegedly hit Trisha jumped on the hood of her car. That clip, by the way, has been seen around the world on national and international and mainstream TV on aired on the Dr. Phil show and replayed many, many, many times, right? Capricorn, thank you so much for the super chat. Heard Yaba's chat this morning, but couldn't chat. I was working. Same. Just want to wish you, Yaba, and your family a happy holidays. Hope 2023 gives you great things. Thank you so much for the super chat and the very, very kind message. Anyway, so she thought it would be funny to reenact the scene of, the Bless This Mess running her over with her car. And so Trisha, jumped on the hood of my car several times. She wanted to do several takes, right? And to this day, there are dents on the hood of my car from, truthfully, Trisha's ass. Suck on that, ATX. Actually, ATX, if you want to buy said car, since you're in the habit of, picking up other people's trash and thinking it's quite the treasure. Yeah, totally. It's got a rebuilt title and it's got dents in it from Trisha's ass. It also has gooey stuff on the driver's side window. That's a story for another day. Anyway, we're here today. We're actually going to watch DC's stream from, I think it was this morning. Give me just a second to go over there. Is that the one where, here it is. Oh boy. Okay, so I have my door open because I'm here alone. And if I don't have the door open, then Paul will sit outside and cry and get Harlow all riled up because Harlow always sits in my office with me when I'm working. So I left the door open, and now instead of Paul being outside the door crying, getting Harlow riled up, Paul just comes in and they start kind of going at it. So it is what it is. Now they're literally both under my feet. So if you hear a cat and a dog, it's Harlow and it's Paul. They get each other going, and that is what it is. Do you need to get your boxing gloves? I don't know. Hey, Auntie M, thank you so much for the super sticker. Glad to see you here today. I didn't really say hi to anybody. So sorry. Hi, everybody. This morning or the one right after Yaba's live last night because she's delusional. Well, that's what I was debating which one because I don't think we're going to watch them both. Well, although she did keep this morning short and sweet. It's at 46 minutes and 40 seconds. So that was nice of you. She makes mention in the beginning that she needed to leave to drive back to DC and that she needed to stay ahead of this winter storm, or you would think one would want to stay ahead of the winter storm. But it seems that she felt that delaying her departure was no big deal. And I'm pretty sure like there's a tweet out there showing her still in Connorsville as late as I think 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you think you're going to outrun the winter weather? Do you think you're the only one who's going to be getting on the highways on this Thursday evening before Christmas trying to get somewhere in a rush before the winter storm? That was probably really dumb. I suspect we're going to see DC at some Holiday Inn Express somewhere along the interstate, somewhere between here and Washington, D.C. And I hope for your sake, D.C., that you go down in a state that has legalized marijuana, or that's going to suck big time, isn't it? Speaking of legalized marijuana, I think we're going to touch on that a little bit in this stream. Should we? Okay, let me go look. Just give me a minute. Let me see how long she lasted last night. DC Media Girl. Does anybody wonder why DC is booking it back to DC on this, the first Christmas that she and Ronald are a family? I'm sorry, Ronald, and Lil Benny over there. If you guys have not seen or heard yet, I'm here to tell you that Little Negs will henceforth be known as Lil Benny, as in Lil Benefit, because that's all Little Negs is to his deadbeat dad, is a benefit. Oh, so it was only 32 minutes last night? Is that right? No, that can't be right. No. Did DC take down? Wait, did she take down? Did DC go live after Yaba last night? If so, did she take it down? I don't know. This one says it was 20 hours ago. Oh, cool. So maybe, yeah. This is it. Yeah, Lil Benny. It's only 32 minutes. I mean, why not, right? Let's be thorough. Since it looks like DC here doesn't have a whole lot of stamina these days. We've got 32 minutes and we've got 46:40, so fine. Let me change my picture-in-picture real quick and see how that looks. Yeah, it was 37 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Lil Benny. Oh, you know what, you guys? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an image of like a food stamp card, and I'm going to make that a custom member emoji, and that'll be the emoji for Lil Benny. I mean, whatever. Get a sense of humor, Ron. It's funny. I really don't want to hear you bitching about me calling your kid Lil Benny. Get over it. You've had the boy on your channel many times. It's funny. Get over it. Lil Benny. I thought that was great. My father-in-law's name was Benny. Anyway, where's my video? Let's see. Uh-oh. That's no good. Guess what Samantha didn't do? Just go ahead and take a guess. Oh, there. Uh-oh. In my defense, I did change the video, so bear with me. Sorry. Okay. Look at the look on Clara's face. If that is not like the best shit ever, let's just take a moment to appreciate this still. Where is my girlfriend? I know she's probably still driving, so we're going to go ahead and leave the still here for just a few minutes and give her a chance to come to a point where she can safely glance up at her phone. Baby, this is for you. I love you so much. If y'all have not listened to Yaba's stream from this morning, you really should. She said a lot of nice things about us and our relationship. And if I were Ron and DC, I'd probably be mad too. Somebody named The Magician. Welcome. Oh, there she is. Love you so much, baby. Sam, can you please also address how Monty is taking N and DC's side? I don't know who N is. And saying we should give Foodie Beauty a chance. He was also talking about, okay, don't care. I mean, see all videos on my channel with Monty's name in the title, and that's pretty much my answer for you on that. Like, Monty who? Fuck Monty, right? Why would you even come in here with such a question? Are you trying to get Monty's name in my mouth? Well, there it is. There you have it. Monty's name was in my mouth. See all prior videos on my channel with Monty's name in the title. Moving on. We're here to talk about DC and Ron. Oh, it's N Negs. Oh, Hunch. I didn't recognize his name. I don't know a Negs. I know Hunch. I know Hunch and Little Benny. That's who I know. I have a feeling somebody's going to be really, really pissed off by the end of this video. There you go. DG summed it up as well. Empress beaded as well. Thank you. Discarded roses. Right. You know, I am an absolute Christmas heaven. I have doused myself in Bath and Body Works Twisted Peppermint Mist, Body Mist. Also, the lotion I was putting on my hands at the beginning of the show is also Twisted Peppermint, my favorite scent. And I have Twisted Peppermint wax melts made by my girlfriend, burning in my wax melter. I love it so much. I'm so fortunate. I'm having a lovely, lovely holiday season, and I hope you all are as well. Did anybody, let's see, there are 702 people here before because I just want to keep this still of DC on the screen for just a minute longer. Raise your hand in the chat. Actually, look, put something. I don't know. What should we put in the chat? If you, oh, I got it. How about Cali emojis in the chat if you ventured out to Walmart today? Only Walmart. Target doesn't count, although I realize Target's probably, can you hear this? Can you hear these animals? I realize Target's probably equally as insane as the Walmart, but I'm just specifically curious to know who ventured out to the Walmart today. Put a Cali emoji in the chat. And the reason why I've chosen the Cali emoji is because I know there's no way in hell Cali went to the Walmart today. The bitch don't go nowhere. Not even in preparation for the biggest, best holiday of the year. Me and Yaba went to the Walmart earlier, and let me tell you what, it was an experience. At no point in time that when we were pushing that buggy around the Walmart did it occur to either one of us that checkout would probably end up being a hellacious nightmare to which there would be no escape. And that's exactly precisely what it ended up being. It was great. Costco. Lisa, you got what you deserve, just like Yaba and myself did. All right, well, let's get to it. Here's DC running her mouth. Let's see what she has to say.
My own business.
Oh, sorry. Let's get back to the very beginning. Okay. Whew. Jeez.
Hey, everybody. How are you? So third time's a charm, right?
She was live 3 times yesterday. So I think I know I asked in the chat, but I'm not sure that I saw anybody respond. Does anybody else find it curious that this, and I get it that, you know, DC is not of the Christian faith, but I mean, Do Hunch and Lil Benny not celebrate the Christmas holiday? I mean, they are in a relationship. Is it that serious that you're just flat out not spending the holiday with the man of your dreams, your cute little stoner boy, and your family? This is your family, yes. That's what I hear. I hear all the time that this is your family. Yet you're hopping in your car and skedaddling on back to DC trying to outrun like the most severe Arctic weather event to happen in, like, what are they saying? I don't know. But you get what I mean. And you spend your last day there with not only the man of your dreams, your cute stoner boy, Lil Benny, his teenage son, who for some reason you find yourself constantly walking around the teenage boy with no brassiere, which you most definitely should be wearing a brassiere, ma'am. Anyway, but also his mother, and you're live on the internet 3 times. Uno momento. I'm gonna have to lock these animals out of my office because this is ridiculous. Can you hear this? Yaba, do you hear this?
It's the 3rd time that I've come on live today. I was sitting in the kitchen. I was making up cookie dough, minding my own business. Okay? Because all the pinwheel cookies have been eaten. Yep, they sure have.
Is that
they
funny?
Were delicious.
She's so dry. Hold on. Like, I get it. Dry humor is a thing, right? And I am definitely a fan of the dry humor. I always have been. But ma'am, this is not, once again, Clara, this is not that.
Minding my own business, I am in the kitchen. Negs' mother is here.
Oh, really? Mother is here, huh? Mother's here? Okay.
And she's asking me all these questions, and I've got the ear thing in, and I am listening to what is going on in the office.
So you're telling me that old Mother Negs was trying to have a conversation with you? She was inquiring about things with you, and you got your AirPod in and you're listening to her adult son, who's a loser and always has been. A loser. I'm trying to say loser and reading and Sham muted. I'm not muted, am I? Yeah, no, that was you muted. Anyway, a total loser. You're listening to him involved in the bullshit fuckery on the internet that's already caused old Mother Negs problems in the past, has it not? It has. By me, admittedly. Yes, I called Ronald's mother. You can stop crying about it. I would do it again. I defend my decision doing that. At the time, Ronald lived with his mother. Yes, he did. She, too, had an attic apartment. Ron moved into that, trying to flex, saying that he was doing so much better in life and that he was no longer living in the public housing apartment that he was assigned to by the HUD, that he had got his own place with his own money, that he was paying rent on. And then come to find out he was living back at his mother's attic apartment. Yes. Yes, he was. None of that had to be spoken about online had Ron not sat down and made all these blog posts and all these reviews on Yaba's business and then went all over social media promoting these blog posts and these videos attacking Yaba and her business. Like, he was doing that shit from his mommy's attic apartment. So, yes, I called his mommy and I said, ma'am, are you aware that your son is harassing women on the internet. And could you please ask him to click? That's pretty much when she hung up on me. But all I had left to say was, could you please ask him to knock it the fuck off? Okay. That's it. That was the phone call to Ronnie's mother. And I placed the phone call while Ron was live on his channel, doxing the ever-loving fuck out of Yaba and her business, address everything, smearing the ever-loving fuck out of her and her business. He was accessing like local, social media sites, local to where he knew we lived and worked with this bullshit. That is what prompted the one and only time I called his fucking mother. Yes, I did. And those are all facts. Facts upon facts upon facts. Now one of the key words we've been hearing thrown about all over the place over the last couple of days is threat. Oh, she threatened. Yeah, that's a threat. Now we've been threatened. My family's been threatened. She's threatening my family. She's threatening my grandma. Threat. None of anything that either myself or Yaba has said over the last couple of days have been a threat. None of it. Nothing. Nothing we've said has been a threat. We can go back, because even though he took his stream down where he was live reacting to one of Yaba's videos and she yoinked it down, because who doesn't download the content that they're reviewing anymore? I mean, she's not pulling the video down, Ron and DC, because she doesn't want you reviewing her content. I mean, no, she doesn't want you reviewing her content because you're both disgusting and, quite frankly, way beneath her. But it's a good gag, DC, one that you have had, pulled on you numerous times. It's always good for a laugh. It is a gag. People have come to expect it, which is why if you're doing these reaction channels, especially if you're going to get down and dirty with another creator, you download the content before you go live and review it. And if you don't, then you might have the gag pulled on you. So don't, and I, you know what? I halfway feel like that's the only reason Ron didn't download Yaba's stream before he started reviewing it live, is so that he could say, see, look at that. Yaba was so butthurt that I was reviewing her video. She took it down and then No, it's just a gag and it's funny as fuck. It's always been funny. It'll always be funny. Always. So there. Now you're on notice, Ron and DC. In the future, anytime you review, snipe, or otherwise broadcast any of our shit, if you don't have it downloaded, we will take it down, because it's a gag and it's funny when it happens and you look stupid. And nobody, trust me, nobody believes that Yaba is in any way butthurt over the fact that you reviewed a Chantel stream of hers. In fact, she even said that was one of her better streams and she wishes you had downloaded it and could have finished reviewing it. That was some of her best work. Anyway, I've been running my mouth too much. Let's see what DC has to say.
And to what Negs is saying, and before I know it, the shit hits the fan, right? I want to make some things abundantly clear, okay, before I sign off from the evening. Hey, Monty, how you doing?
Hey,
Good to
Monty.
see you.
Hey, Monty, you fucking freak. Why are you still around, Monty? Shouldn't you not be around anymore, Monty, you fucking freak? Kick rocks, Monty. Take the L. Please leave.
So we had Foodie on today. And apparently some people thought that that was unacceptable. That idiot Yo Mama, after saying yesterday or the day before that Foodie was no longer in our communities and wasn't showing up in chat anymore. We had her on our channel. Amazing. Right?
Good for you. Might I add, you guys were really, really big time fans of Yo Mama until he didn't, do what you thought he was going to do. We don't have to rehash all that now, do we?
And people were shook to the core over that.
Nobody was shook to the core over you having fucking Chantel. Is that what she's talking about? Having Chantel on panel? No, nobody shook to the core. Nobody gives a fuck. The fact that Chantel is once again dabbling in the degenerate community that is the attic. No, that's not surprising. She's bored as fuck over there in Kuwait. She really wants to get back to her fucking life for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why she's sticking it out all the way to the end of January. Maybe she has to. I don't know. I think she probably has to. I think it's probably part of the deal for whatever reason. If nothing other than, like, in order for this to look legitimate, whatever the end game is with Salah, she has to be there the 90 days and she cannot renege on it for whatever reason. Anyway, Chantel's bored and miserable in fucking Kuwait, and there's only so many ways right now that Chantel can take some aggression out. And as we all know, Chantel is about to fucking blow. Like, she has got to let some fucking steam off, right? Or it's gonna be real bad. And this is how she's doing it over there in the degenerate community, up there in the attic with these weirdos. They're all fucking weirdos.
It was a very amiable conversation. It was not an interview.
Nobody cares.
It was not an interview. It was a conversation.
Great.
That's it.
Good.
A chat between three people, three content creators.
Okay.
It was very amiable. It was very civil. It was very enjoyable, right? So
then, yeah, that's about all it was, wasn't it, DC? Not much more to it than that, huh?
Belinda and Frenchie stole money from me today, and they stole money from Negs.
This is just absurd. Like, both her and Negs also started his live stream. I think it was the one where last night where Yaba yanked her video down and then went live and literally fucking bitch slapped the ever-loving shit out of Hunch over there. He started that one. They both, with this, you're not going to steal my content anymore and you owe us money and blah, blah, blah. You're full of shit. And then proceeds to pull up one of Yaba's videos and do like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You look like an absolute fucking idiot.
They decided to snipe my stream. I am sick of these bitches stealing food out of my mouth and money from my pocket. I'm tired of it.
I bet you are. How is it that you two loser motherfuckers ended up together off the internet, and both of you have had an entire community of online people victimize you and steal from you and take food out of your mouth and money out of your pocket? How is that the case, DC? Where have you gone wrong, I guess, is really the question. You fucking loser, you and your boyfriend. By the way, he didn't buy that house. It's public fucking record. You part-time live in that fucking county and you don't know what the fuck shows up on the public record accessible on the internet and what doesn't. Give me a fucking break. The house was quit claim deeded over to Ron and his grandmother's living estate on the 9th of December. He did not buy it. No money exchanged hand. And if you insist, Clara, that money indeed did exchange hands and that your boyfriend, Ronald P. Corbin, purchased that home from the previous registered owners and that there was a monetary exchange made, which you refer to as Negs, aka Ronald Corbin, buying the house, well then, the fact that the sale, that the transfer of deed was recorded by the county as a quit claim deed is what's the word? It's a discrepancy. Is the assessor aware that it was actually bought and sold for money? Because all signs point to the assessor is not aware that there was a monetary transaction made regarding the transfer of the deed of that piece of real estate. Anyway, it's not just in Ron's name, it's still in his grandmother's estate's name. Don't worry. Grandmother's seemingly last remaining asset still has her living estate's name on it. Of course, it's public record. Anyway, where were we, DC?
I am going to be, once I get everything going, you're out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Once I get my system going, I'm going to be copyright claiming those streams. I want my money. Okay.
Listen to her.
These
I want my
bitches have
money.
been stealing from me all year. Yaba, Sam, and Frenchie tried to get me taken off of YouTube. They failed. I'm sure they're still trying.
What? Excuse me. When did this happen? When did Yaba, Sam, and Frenchie try to get DC kicked off of the YouTube? Can somebody point me in the right direction? Listen, it's entirely possible that I missed it. Like, I could have been sick with, anything. Any number of illnesses I could have been down with when that potentially may have happened. I don't know. I just don't remember it. Can somebody tell me what she's talking about? Yaba, Sam, and Frenchie trying to get her kicked off the YouTube. I just don't remember that happening. I don't.
If they get me taken off of YouTube this time, I will come back. Don't worry about it. We've got an LLC now.
First of all, I don't care if you get kicked off YouTube and come back or not. I really don't. Like, please stick around, because you and your boyfriend are turning out to be quite the cows. And if this is what you want, like if this is really what you want to do, Clara, then I guess fine. We can argue on the internet for shits and giggles and collect ad revenue off of it if that's really what you want to do. But see, you guys you can't seem to figure out how to keep it at just that, right? The one and only Puss in Boots, you are such a rock star, Sam. I love it when you let them have it. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. And thank you so much for the super chat. You are very, very kind and generous. Merry Christmas. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Thank you. Mikal, what does the LLC do? Well, I personally have not looked up the LLC that these two keep talking about publicly, but somebody on the internet has done that, and I have seen the results of that search. And what I know is that I believe it's only Ron's name on the LLC, and it is registered with the Secretary of State for the state of Indiana. So that's great, right? It's a good thing, Clara, that you're not putting your name on anything jointly with Ronald. You probably should most definitely keep it that way. You're welcome. You're welcome for that, Clara. You are welcome. I'm just going to wait a moment for, and I realize, Clara, I would hope Clara by this time is on the highway trying to outrun this Siberian Express winter weather event. So I hope you're listening, Clara. I'm just going to go ahead, since I know you are alone in your car, I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment in the silence of your car to say a little thank you to me. You're welcome for letting you know that you should not put your name on anything with Ron. You are welcome. It literally means limited liability. Yeah, and it's a good thing that Clara's name's not on it, because it doesn't matter. Like, anything that has Ron's name on it is going to be subject to this judgment that the Attorney General of the state of Indiana has against Ron. And it's a valid judgment. And I don't see the state of Indiana just saying, well, it's been, since 2005, so we're just not going to collect on it. No, they are. and they're going to add interest. So that number really is going to balloon by the time Ron and Clara have that paperwork in front of them. And boy, oh boy, yeah, so that means anything. The Buick that we all know Ron's still driving, the car that his family foolishly quit claim deeded over to his name just this past month. Like, it hasn't even been 30 days that Ron has been the registered owner, co-owner of that piece of property. Not even 30 days, and already the state of Indiana is going to go ahead and place a lien, you know. What judgment? So there's a judgment. So there's this case against Ron from like 2005-ish. The state of Indiana brought a civil suit against him. And yeah, there's a judgment and they're going to want their money. Anyway, what were you saying, Clara?
Right? But I want my money.
Oh, right.
I'm tired of people reaching into my pockets and stealing money out of them.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
Because he scammed people on eBay.
So I don't want to copyright strike anything. I don't want to copyright strike anyone's channel. I'm not going to issue a false copyright strike, but I am going to do a copyright claim, and I'm going to get the money that's owed to me.
More specifically, Cass Sassafras answered the question, what did he do? What was the civil case? He scammed people on eBay, and it was a lot of money. There were 3 specific transactions that were named in the suit. See, what happened was once eBay got enough complaints over like these 3 customers and it totaled over $1,000, they turned it over to the state of Indiana Attorney General's office to investigate it. Anyway, so that was, Ron was using, it was all over the internet. It was eBay, right? So Ron was using internet commerce in the state of Indiana to defraud and basically damage people financially, right? I mean, that's what that boils down to, right? In the state of Indiana, he was using the internet. He was using the internet as a place of business, and he was defrauding other people financially and damaging other people financially. How did he scam people? You're going to die when you hear this, because pause on that. Remember hearing that story about how Ron was like working this video store and it got robbed, and like come to find out he was in on it. But I guess, let me guess, the charges just didn't stick against Ron. No, Ron ratted out the co-defendant. Yeah, sure, right? Right? Anyway, so you'll, that like really happened. Like he worked at a video store, got robbed, and yeah, he was totally in on it, but he ratted. He ratted his co-conspirators. That's why the charge isn't anywhere, there's no charges. That's why. But everybody knows. He worked at the video store. Anyway, so yeah, when you find out what he did on eBay, right, that the state of Indiana then investigated him, which I guess it's not a crime to violate the, what's it called? Hold on, where's my thumbnail? There it is. I guess it's not a crime to intentionally violate the Deceptive Consumer Sales Act. But if you do it, they'll take you to court and you have to pay civil penalties, including restitution and fines. And it's the restitution and fines that total just over $8,000, but that's from 17 years ago, and there's interest. And there's been nothing paid. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So eBay. Yeah. So that's okay. So what was he selling on eBay? They got the state of Indiana Attorney General's office to investigate him for, one more time, for defendant's intentional violation of the Deceptive Consumer Sales Act. He was selling bootleg DVDs. And so like he was selling DVDs bootleg, and they were like literal bootlegs of like current movies that are out in the theater. And he wasn't advertising them as bootlegs, I guess, because you can't advertise them as bootlegs, but people know it's bootleg, so it's fine. So he was selling this shit on eBay because he's so fucking smart, and he's such an entrepreneur, right? Yeah, you just can't put in the listing that it's bootleg, but people have got to know if they're buying a DVD of a movie that's still in the movie theater off of eBay, Of course it's bootleg. Well, whatever her name was, who was named in this suit, and this is all public record too. Like it's just there, right? I mean, everybody's public stuff is there, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Can't do anything about it. So anyway, yeah. So whoever it was who was named in the suit, well, they didn't, realize they were getting bootleg, and they told him to eBay. And then another dude spent it was like a $780 transaction involving bootleg DVDs. And I think that one, he just didn't ship anything. And that was the con there, that he took the money, never shipped. Probably because he was in trouble with the $300-something lady that he sold bootleg videos to. And she reported and said, I spent $300-something on DVDs and this dude sent me bootlegs. Maybe that's why he didn't ship nothing out in that $700 order, but he had $780 or something like that. But he had already spent the money, hadn't you, Ron? Monchichi, not to be that person, but this is very Shani and Rev 2020, almost verbatim. The transformation is complete. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you too. And thank you so much for the super chat. Sam's not divulging private info. She's merely shining a light into the darkest crevice. I guess it's not federal, Sky Fury, because it was definitely the Attorney General for the state of Indiana who conducted that investigation and got the judgment in their favor. Is everybody following along? I feel like I'm tending to I'm doing a lot of talking and I'm not really letting DC talk a whole lot. So sorry about that, Clara. Please continue.
Simple.
Simple, right?
It's my content. My content and Negs' content.
Okay. Fine.
Frenchie had 3,000.
Nobody wants to cover your content. Trust and believe that. I don't want to be sitting here at 4:30 p.m. the Thursday before Christmas this Sunday talking shit on fucking Clara, Hunch, and Lil Benny. But this is what you wanted, isn't it? Isn't this what you wanted? If not, if this is not what you wanted, then why have you and Hunch been doing all your little live streams talking about me and my girlfriend for the past couple of weeks when we don't talk about you, Clara, Ronald? If this isn't what you wanted, then why are y'all over there sitting there talking about me and Yaba? Why don't you knock that shit off and go talk about somebody else who wants to play ball with you? There are people who want to play ball with you and Hunch, and you know that. Hussy plays ball. Does she not? I don't really know Hussy. Hussy plays ball. Seems like Monty wants to be friends. You guys could team up, and you know what else? Gigi. It seems like Gigi really still likes to go tit for tat with the two of yous. Okay, you could get back into that bullshit. Peanut would gladly entertain you two fucknuts. And, Peanut would be so, successful in this particular genre because she would also get to say whatever the fuck she wants to say about Yaba. And she loves to do nothing more than to talk shit about Yaba. Peanut, get over it. Good God. Get the fuck over it. Like, whatever. Who's Sassy Lassie and what's the problem, Harley? Might I ask? Hold, please. Somebody apparently named Sassy. What is it? Sassy Lassie? Oh, here we go. Don't shame people that are not as fortunate as you. Leave all kids out of it. Let your fun... shame people not as fortunate as me. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, whatever. Frenchie never shows your fugly face, Mima. Yeah, and that's what I hear. Like, I don't catch a lot of Frenchie streams, and I've talked about that before. Like, she streams, in the evening when we're very busy around this household. Okay. Well, Sassy Lassie, I guess we're not going to have a holiday truce, at least not yet. I'm sure it's coming because me and y'all are not going to sit around the fucking internet going tit for tat with fucking Clara and Ron of all people all the way up through the Christmas holiday. But listen, it is what it is. It is the Christmas holiday, right? And we all need some entertainment, right? Everyone needs a little entertainment. All of us. Something to take our mind off the stress of the hustle and bustle of the, final days leading up to Christmas. And the vast majority of us are being directly affected by this Siberian Express winter weather event. Why not also those of us who are content creators, paid content creators? Okay, there's no secret to that. Me, Yaba, Clara, not Ron. We come to YouTube and we do these live streams because it is a source of income for us all, right? So everybody can make a little money. Everybody likes a little drama. Everybody likes it when, creators talk about other creators. And, well, let's face it, nobody, and I mean nobody, does this shit better than me and Yaba. End of. So this is our gift to all of you. All of you nitty gritty, dirty, ugly, sassy drama. All of you, you're welcome. This is your Christmas present from us to you.
People in her chat. You know how many views she took away from me? You know how much money she stole from us today?
Well, we
I want to get that money back.
This yet.
I told you guys.
Sorry, guys.
Already.
Whatever.
That my aim for the end of December was I want my subs back, I want my views back, and I want all the money and the subs that these women stole from me.
Sucks to suck, don't it, DC? Sucks to suck. Good luck with that. Well, thank God you have an LLC now. Shut up, Clara. Thank God you have an LLC now. Now all of your problems are solved. You're going to get all your hopes and dreams and wishes will come true. Yay for you.
Come up and put a gun to my chest and take my wallet. That's exactly what you've done. Tired of it.
You're so dramatic. What's that vape you're sucking on right there, huh, DC? I've never seen nothing like that at the Circle K. Anyone know what that vape is? Can someone identify these vapes? I'm just curious. Oh my God, is that really Witty Widow? Wow. I always cuss Witty Widow out and throw her out of my chat. Don't throw her out today. It is the Christmas holiday season, but I always cuss her out and throw her out because one day, it was probably September, maybe August, September 2020, and I was silently lurking in one of Witty Widow's streams, and she said me and Yaba were disgusting. But whatever, you can stay. Merry Christmas.
So we had Chantal on.
Nobody cares.
Yaba went completely berserk because Negs decided to fire up a stream and react to one of her old streams.
No, Yaba went completely savage and literally bitch slapped the dog shit out of your so-called man because the two of yous have been going at us nonstop, relentlessly, unprovoked, and for no good fucking reason for literal weeks. And she finally had enough of it. The kids were off to their dads for a few days, and yeah, she decided to fucking set your man straight like he needed to be set the fuck straight. That shit had been coming, Clara. It's not because he was reviewing her stupid video. Dummy. Chantel Skinny Voice, happy holidays, Sam and Yaba. Thank you both for all the laughs this year. Thank you, and thank you so much for the super chat.
You know, like she does to Chantal, like she does to other people, like we've all done.
Only that is not why, and you absolutely know that, so quit peddling that bullshit.
Decided to react to her, and she went crazy. She went crazy. Yaba, let me explain something to you. Hey, pretty lady, good to see you. Let me explain something. I didn't ask people to flag your channel. I didn't. Did not ask people to flag your channel. I asked people to flag your stream because you threatened me. You threatened me.
No, she didn't.
You threatened Negs.
No, she didn't.
You actually threatened us.
No, she didn't. Knock it off.
You spread lies. You said that he had a lean.
Okay, no. I don't think she said he had a lean, like, per se, officially as of that date and time, but it's coming. It's coming.
Attached to the house.
That sucks. That sucks so bad. Trust me, I know. It sucks.
You said that he's got some kind of a lien from somewhere. That is a lie.
No.
From now on, every single time that you make a claim, I'm going to force you to prove your claim.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what I know? Well, now you do.
I'm going to force you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired of your lies.
Mm-hmm.
You threatened Negs' grandmother, for fuck's sake.
Nobody threatened his grandmother. Okay, this is what Yaba said. What she said was something to the effect of, Ron don't own that house, the state of Indiana does. And she made remark to the fact that poor dear grandmother Corbin's name is still on the house also. And so that basically means that by Ron's name also being on the deed and him having this lien forthcoming that will be placed on the property, that he's now basically smeared shit all over the title to that house, and it's going to be a very, very, very sticky situation. Basically, he's destroyed his grandmother's seemingly last remaining asset because that lien is coming. His name is first on the title, so that house it is. That's going to be problematic at some point. At some point. Anyway.
You threatened me. You accused me of being a drug trafficker.
I mean, you probably are. You drive through Ohio. You can literally, we can clock Hunch's marijuana consumption. We can clock it day over day. We know when you're there and when you're not. We know precisely when you roll the fuck into town, don't we? We know when you leave town too. I'm just saying. You guys go on the internet and say, I'm going to be driving through Ohio tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which means you're on your way to Negs. I mean, and then, all of a sudden, just smoking big fatties, right? Merry Christmas. It's funny how when people poke at you too, they always cry when you poke back. When will anybody learn? P-Day today, thank you for being a member for 11 months. Precisely. It is too legal in Ohio, or you can get a dispensary card or something. I don't know. Whatever state it's legal in between there and here. But I'm going to tell you where it's not legal in 10 strips. Just, to be thorough. To be thorough, it wasn't an accusation. It was a hunch. To be thorough, it's not legal in Indiana, okay? And like I said, we can pretty much clock Mr. Corbin's marijuana consumption. He's online, on camera every day. He likes to smoke on camera. He likes to flex his use of the marijuana. The milk expiring tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to Rick's Renegades. I do appreciate your support of the channel.
You'd better have proof of that, Yaba. You'd better have proof of that.
I'm still wondering if anyone can identify these particular vapes. Certainly somebody can be like, hey, yeah, I get those at the Speedway. Never seen them.
That's a very serious accusation.
Really, you know what else is a pretty serious fucking accusation? Or should I say a pretty fucking serious accusation, Clara? You know what else is? I'll give you a moment. Don't you and your boyfriend run around the internet calling literally everyone the PEDO? Are you kidding me? And look at you. You got the audacity to be on screen, on camera, with that fucking face. This is a pretty serious accusation. Puff, puff. It's not legal in Indiana. End of.
Sure is.
It's not legal in any way in Indiana. You cannot get a marijuana card. You cannot get, there's not a dispensary. No. It's a big fat no in Indiana.
You said that I was trafficking drugs through Ohio or out of Ohio to bring Negs?
You probably are.
Put out a bolo, Yaba. Tell the cops to put out a bolo.
Why don't you tell the cops to put out a bolo, you dumb fuck? Who's going to put out a bolo on a 60-something-year-old woman from Washington, D.C. who's schlepping it from D.C. to goddamn Connersville, Indiana once a week and back? Nobody gives a fuck about you and the state police. I'm just saying. You're stupid. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That is... The vape is a Mr. Fogg. Thank you, misbehaves. Now we know. You're being ridiculous, Clara.
Tell them to toss everything in my car.
You tell them.
Tell them to bring the Belgian Malinois and the German Shepherd and every dog to come and sniff my car from front to back and see if they find anything. Do it.
Okay, whatever.
Do it. Yep. That's right. That's slander, Yaba. That is slander. You didn't present it as a theory. You didn't say allegedly. You said that I was trafficking drugs across state lines.
Okay, well, I mean, whatever. Do something about it then, Clara. Do something. Oh, that's right. You and your dude are full of shit.
You sure did say that, didn't you?
We're not going to get through both these videos, kids. It's just not going to happen. Sorry.
You said that I was so fat that I need weight loss surgery. Well, you know, it takes one to know one, right, Yaba?
Yeah, we're fat as fuck, too. You got that right. There's no secret about that. Why won't Sam and Yaba turn their cameras on? Because we're fat as fuck. And you know what? I might turn my camera on, fat as fuck, but you know what I won't do? Put some fucking leggings and an ill-fitting t-shirt on, put my camera on, and then stand up, turn around, and show these motherfuckers my ass. If you are gonna do that, though, and you know you're doing that, and you know what your ass looks like back there in some fucking leggings and an ill-fitting t-shirt, then... yes, you are asking for it. You are in the fucking girl world / fat on fat crime community. It is what it is. You want to be butthurt. Yes, you could probably use the weight loss surgery, Clara. I mean, whatever. Put a 1 in the chat if you too could probably use the fucking weight loss surgery, right? Whatever.
You threatened me again. For the second time in a week, you threatened me. You threatened me with physical violence, and yeah, I do have the tweet. Then you spurred out because, oh, you came for my woman. I don't care. What do you think you did just now? You threatened our entire family.
Give me a fucking break. You threatened our entire family. No threats were made. That's the thing. I don't understand why we keep using the word threat. I just don't understand that. Hold on a second. Lucky Lola being a member for 8 months. Thank you so much. Why not, Sam? You're skinny from the back. Right? Right. Look at all the ones in the chat. Look at all the fat fucks who also need the weight loss surgery. Just Aileen is a fatty at heart. It's totally fine. You're here. You participate. You know, you're nice to everyone. You don't start any shit. You know, fine. Totally fine. But look at all the fat fucks who also need the weight loss surgery. Anyway, just saying. Excuse me.
You told some horseshit lie about Trailer Park Barbie.
That was not a horseshit lie. Trailer Park Barbie, okay, maybe she, had some questionable parenting at the time or whatever. I really don't remember, nor does it really fucking matter. Because the point in the Trailer Park Barbie story is not an argument over whether or not Trailer Park Barbie was a good mom or was doing the right thing in parenting her very difficult child. That was not the point of Yaba's involvement in the Trailer Park Barbie story. No, not at all. The part that you and Hunch keep skipping over and deflecting from is the fact that by the time Ron, of all fucking people, called out Trailer Park Barbie for her bad parenting and her problem kid, it had already been discovered, uncovered, and exposed that Ron was a fucking deadbeat dad who refused to pay child support on 3 whole ass fucking kids, had signed, I don't know if we had known, no, we didn't even know at that point that he had also, in addition to refusing to support or pay child support for 3 whole ass fucking kids he made with whatever her name was, he also had completely signed off all rights and responsibilities to another child and only had the one remaining child in his possession, Lil Benny, for that very reason, because he brought him benefits. The boy was on a check. He got food stamps, public housing, and Medicaid. Those are facts, ma'am. Those are facts. It had already been uncovered and exposed that Ron was a fucking deadbeat. Imagine our surprise in this community when in late 2017, we already knew he was a fucking deadbeat. We already knew he refused to pay child support for 3 of his kids and only had the 4th one in his possession because he was on a check. We already knew all that when we found out, oh my God, it gets worse. Not only does Ron have yet another kid he didn't take care of, but he signed away all of his rights and responsibilities for that child away. And now he has the nerve to be on the internet crying because that child unfortunately passed away. Collecting the donos. That's what happened. The only person around here who was ever caught and proven to be soliciting donations in the name of a deceased child that they did not raise and love and care for as their own is Ronald fucking Corbin. You know that's a fact. He knows that's a fact. We all know that's a fact, don't we, Clara?
You said that the reason that Negs got so upset was because he was a what was it, a bad dad or something? And that's why he was...
Yeah, he's a bad dad. And that is what Yaba spoke up about when he had the audacity to fucking try to call out Trailer Park Barbie, single mom of an extremely problematic little boy. Sit the fuck down, Ron, is what she said. You're a deadbeat ass motherfucker who's picking and choosing which one of their kids... One kid out of how many? You not only did he just not only did Ron literally refuse to pay any child support or have anything to do with his older kids, he literally signed, notarized, and made official by the court of law in the great state of Indiana, officially signed papers making him no longer one of his kids' dad. Like, wow. Wow, dude. And you're going to have the audacity to fucking pipe up. You know what? Quite honestly, I don't care if you are a single dad. I don't care. I don't care if you're a single dad. Okay? That doesn't give you any fucking right to speak up on a single mom raising a little boy by herself in a fucking trailer with... I mean, everyone who was around back then knows Trailer Park Barbie and her story, right? Trailer Park Barbie and Ron used to get along. Did they not? Weren't there nudes? Oh my gosh. Is this not all rinse and repeat? We need to start calling Ron rinse and repeat Ron. Maybe that's why Ron has no fucking hair. Is that why your hair is falling out? Rinse and repeat Ron. Of course nudes were involved. Yeah, not only is she a single mom to a very problematic and troubled boy, trying to raise him by herself, but she also came down with breast cancer, and she has her own problems. Not somebody that fucking Ronald goddamned P fucking Corbin should have been calling out on the internet. That wasn't your fucking place, Ron. It just wasn't. Like, and that really was the bottom line to that situation. And yes, my woman called that shit the fuck out. Yaba has always called Ron out on his fucking bullshit from day fucking one. She has never fucking backed down to that no good, greasy motherfucker, that deadbeat piece of shit motherfucker. Never once has she backed down to that motherfucker in DC. If you fucking think she's about to start now, or I'm about to start now, you got another thing coming, and you really fucked up. You really fucked up. But please, by all means, you have an LLC now, don't you? Yay for you. Yay for you and your LLC and your cute stoner boy. Yay for all of you. We're only 7 minutes into this video, guys. So sorry.
So upset about Trailer Park Barbie.
Why don't you shut the fuck up? You know what? Because, okay, don't let DC fucking fool you. By the way, she's still not wearing a bra. She is carrying those deflated ass fucking gargantuan fucking disgusting fucking udders around on her chest with no bra. With, I'm sorry, how old is that boy? 13, 14 years old? He's not your son. Put a fucking bra on, woman. Are you kidding me? No, ma'am. Wow. Not shocked.
No, you know damn well that that's not what happened. But I know exactly why you're so upset. I know why you're so upset. You're upset because Chantal came on our channel. Why did she come on our channel? Why did she come on our channel? Because we treated...
Gone. There's a video on my channel. As a matter of fact, here, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do you a favor. Okay, here you go. I'm going to go ahead and link it in the chat. Feel free to exit this stream and go right over to this one, okay? Here you go. Start it at the beginning. All of your questions will be answered. Okay, there you go. Excuse me. Now I have to put everything back where it goes. All right, DC, continue.
Her with civility and decency and respect. And Yaba, you know goddamn well that you've made a lot of money off of her, and you know Frenchie has made a lot of money off of her, and you don't want Foodie to start copyright claiming anything on your channels, right?
Duh.
You don't want that.
Who would? Who would? Ma'am?
That's why. You're also petrified. You are petrified that I have invited Mrs. ATX on my channel to talk about you and Sam and the relationship and the drama community and all those things that you don't want anybody in Hater Nation to know.
That we don't want anybody in Hater Nation to know. That's interesting. That's interesting. This ATX person, she has a channel where on that channel, she has literally, I don't know, probably a dozen or more videos with my name in the title. And, I mean, it's all there and it's all been there. Last I checked, none of it has been privated. ATX has definitely made the rounds through the Girl World Hater Nation community. She has shared those videos. She has shared that information. Like, what are you talking about? If ATX wants to come on your panel and she wants to talk about things, you know, and she wants to talk about me, and she wants to talk about Yaba, maybe she wants to talk about my kids, you know, she probably wants to talk a little bit about my kids. I would imagine that would be the case. I mean, that's fine. She can do that. Clearly, she's done it before, right? Yeah, she has. She's done that before. I mean, that's entirely up to her, you know, if she wants to do that. Something tells me she doesn't want to do that, you know. Something tells me that she really doesn't want to do that. I mean, what would have stopped her from hopping on panel at any point over the last few days while you were there in the production studio of Cute Stoner Boy Productions, LLC? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Mandy doesn't have a job. She doesn't care for children. She's a stay-at-home mom to a gaggle of chickens in the North Georgia mountains, right? Her husband works long, hard hours at the post office. They talk about that openly, you know. She's got all the time, you know, in the world on her hands. If she was going to hop on your panel, I can't imagine why she hasn't done that yet. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. Everyone involved in this little ragtag community of ours, whatever it may be, like, we all have our choices to make. You know, some of us have been down this road before. Some of us have been down this road with ATX before. You know, so we have some history between us, and we have some, you know, historical data that we can all look back on. You know, for example, what happens when I fuck around with Samantha and then end up in the find out phase of the fuck around? And I don't know, just something tells me I just don't think she wants to do that, you know? I don't know, but it's fine. It's fine. Whoever wants to participate, you know, as we all know, whoever wants to participate can participate. And if you, you know, if you too choose to, you know, have people from the OGDC or from my real life up on the internet talking this shit on me again, well, I mean, yeah, we all have the freedom to choose, I guess. So it's totally fine. Yeah, ATX called Yabba's baby daddy. That was interesting. Yeah, but you know, I mean, I really feel like Mandy and Sean have really kind of moved on to an extent. Obviously, they're still really, you know, caught up in and then kind of obsessed with the whole Trisha, but I mean, that's what their marriage and relationship was built on, and that is the foundation, the very rocky, unstable, and crumbling foundation that their entire life and marriage is based on, right? They're so involved in that, but for the most part, you know, they just kind of want to keep it clean, mostly because they're so fucking stupid. They doxed themselves and the only source of income coming into the household, Sean's employer. They doxed that shit themselves right out of their own fucking mouths sometime around, I don't know, maybe August or September. Like, it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, I think for the most part, they're just going to keep on their P's and Q's, because I don't think, you know, they really want to enter the fuck around phase with either Yabba or myself ever again, because I think they just don't want to. They don't want to know what the find out phase is going to be this time around. I guess, you know, last time was probably sufficient, and I can respect that completely, totally. Tell us more about ATX coming on your panel, Clara, please.
Because you kept all of those things under wraps, didn't you? Yeah. You know that Mrs. ATX has the goods on you.
Does
you know
she?
that.
Does she?
You know that.
Mrs. ATX has a channel. It is shockingly called Mrs. ATX. Please enjoy. I'm not going to give you the link. Go find it. It's fucking Mrs. ATX. There you have it. It's been out there. Right, Alex Glitter? Right? Yeah, it's been there.
You know that Sam lied when she said that it was Mrs. ATX who paid that 14-year-old kid's mother to post the truth.
I mean, that's a fact. That is 100% a fact. So, I mean, just because you say it's a lie, Clara, doesn't make it a lie. That's absolutely what happened. And there's literally an entire community of people who will raise their hand and say, yeah, no, that totally happened. We watched the whole thing, like, real time. I mean, there's 994 people in here watching now. Like, speak up in the chat. Either way, either of you can vouch that that's exactly what the fuck happened and you watched it real time. Or if you want to say you're a dirty, rotten fucking liar, please, by all means, take that time to do so now in the chat. I'm watching.
Under a video about Sam and so on, which led Sam to then dox the woman, call her a junkie, put up her entire...
Oh, she is a junkie.
arrest record, which was for nothing, by the way. It was for nothing.
Stealing from the Walmart. I mean, there was that. Also, continuously driving without a license. You know, she drives without DC insurance. Drives without insurance. Yeah, she does. She drives around with no license and no insurance. Oh, gosh. Yeah, tell me that's not junkie behavior. Oh, wait. She drives around with no license and no insurance, stealing from the Walmart. Not once, not twice, but like 3 times. That's not junkie behavior, is it, Clara? Do you know why Jessica got $50,000 of the $100,000 settlement from the insurance company that handled Julian's what was ruled to be a wrongful death? This is the truth of the matter. So it was a 1-vehicle accident, and the vehicle was driven by, if you recall me telling you the other night, the vehicle was driven by this dude that Jessica had been kicking it with all day the day before, which was Thanksgiving, and then all day that day, Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. They had been kicking it around the trailer, drinking, smoking weed, blah, blah, blah. Jessica had a minivan parked out front. It wasn't her minivan. It was her dad's minivan, which is the only reason the van had insurance, is because it was her dad's minivan. So she lets the dude that she was kicking it, drinking, smoking with, have the keys to the van to drive down the country road. Did Ron get terminated? Struggle Straps was terminated midstream. Where is my girlfriend? I'm so sorry. I was so involved in telling the story. I was behind in the chat. Holy shit, baby. Let me go. Just a moment. Breaking news. Let me check. Let me check for myself, because I do have all of his channels bookmarked. So let's see. Ron's current Bade a Van channel, December 2022. Oh my gosh, it's not there. What? Hold on, because I don't understand. It didn't say like what it normally says. Is it too early? He is done, son. Let me try this sock account, see what that does. Okay, he does still have sock accounts active, you guys. Everybody remain calm. Let me go back to his Banavade channel just a moment. Banavade goes to, oh, yep, there it goes. It is not coming around. Capture. Merry Christmas. Where is my girlfriend? I'm so excited to tell her that Christmas has come early yet again. You know, last night while Yaba was live dragging Ronald for filth, for absolute fucking filth, while she was on fire for all of you, I was upstairs in the bedroom unpacking and switching out the bedding on our bed. That was one of my Christmas presents to us. I got all new bedding. It's fucking beautiful. Anyway, I said, baby, I'm gonna give you an early Christmas present because I love you so much and you deserve it. Oh, she's in chat. Okay, hold on. I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Thank you, baby Jesus. Oh, I did see her. I didn't see that was her name. Look at that. Oh my gosh, youtube.com/@NegsLive is no more. And as I understand it, Clara should be somewhere on the interstate highway, barreling back towards Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States. I almost said our state capital. Anyway. Wow, what was I saying though? Oh, that's right. So anyway, you want to speak on Julian and his mother. So the only reason that there was an insurance policy to pay out on Julian's accident is because it was her dad's van and her dad had insurance on it. Okay, so why was it paid a $100,000 benefit paid out? Because after the insurance company and the coroner and the local police and everybody did their investigation into the accident that killed Julian, it was ruled to be a wrongful death because the dude was intoxicated. And she let her 14-year-old son and 2 of his 14-year-old friends get in that vehicle. She was the adult in charge of those 3 boys. but because she was his mother, the benefit paid out to her. Can you believe that? It was $100,000 benefit. She only got half of it, though. The other half went to his dad. Ranson 13, she leaves and he loses his channel again. Yes, thank you so much for the super chat. That bed looked gorgeous. That bed is gorgeous, and it felt spectacular, let me tell you. It says on your computer, this account has been terminated for violation of YouTube. Yep, I figured that was coming. Boy, whoever, so he was terminated live. That's how you guys know. So fast, huh? Mm-hmm. Well. Merry Christmas to us all. Fuck you, DC. Let's let her continue for a few more minutes. I'm gonna have to get going here in a minute.
A bunch of what? Traffic claims?
Gonna be home soon.
A bunch of misdemeanors? Who cares?
A bunch of misdemeanors, a bunch of traffic claims. Who cares? I mean, yeah, who cares? I'm just saying. You know, like she's always driving around with no insurance, no license. She keeps getting arrested for it. Obviously, somebody cares. Obviously, somebody cares, because if it's an arrestable offense, I mean, you know, it's probably a no-no. Anyway, whatever.
But you did that. You did that. Classy Sam, you were the one who went on Twitter and said that that the behavior of the drama community was not acceptable in this community. I agree. You shouldn't have gone so low, you two. You shouldn't have tried to take my channel down. You shouldn't have taken my subs. You shouldn't.
Nobody tried to take your channel down. Nobody took your subs. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about, Clara. Could you clarify on? Could you clarify that? What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody took your subs.
Have lied about me. You shouldn't have gone after Negs again. And by God, you should not have threatened me.
Yeah, how'd she lose her license? Probably driving with no insurance.
You want to call me old? Go ahead. I don't care. At least I'm alive.
So what? You're old.
At least I can turn my camera on.
You're old, and we're all fat. You're just old and fat, I guess. I don't know. I guess that makes me old and fat too. So what? He's already got a new channel, Negs 2.0. Don't worry. They're all going down. Blossom, I assure you. Oh my gosh, wasn't my girlfriend just telling him last night? She's like, yeah, I'm bringing eyes on your channel and what the fuck you're up to. So what? Your channel is on its way out the fucking door, and look what happened. Poof. Poof.
On. Right? Hang on.
Who do you think she's talking to on the texts? You think she's talking to Hunch? She's going to be hunching pretty soon if she doesn't start strapping those melons up. She's going to be hunching. Oh my God, she probably does hunch. Can anybody tell me, does she have a hunch too? I bet she does. I'm going to say DC's got a hunch for sure. For sure. You really probably should be wearing a bra. You should probably have on a bra and your own set of struggle straps. You guys can get matching struggle straps? Yes. Get matching struggle straps, or maybe you get pink ones or purple. Get purple to match your extensions, and then Ron can wear the black and you can wear the purple. It'll look so good. And if all you ever wear again for the rest of your life is some variation of a really rad black t-shirt with your purple struggle straps and your purple and black extensions with those glasses, you will be fucking iconic, Clara. Iconic.
Oh, I see what you're doing, Yaba. I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know. Oh, and thanks to Jen Talks Books. I think I missed a super chat yesterday. I see what you're.
Butter Crumpet says her supporters left because she brought Negs back, the man she got them all to hate for years. They just wouldn't forgive and forget, so they left. Yeah, exactly. And that is the long and the short of it. And you know what? Me and Yaba were amongst the group of people who were not just going to forgive and forget. So we fucking left and we said, fuck you, DC, and your boyfriend on our way out the door. What of it? You fucking crybaby bitch. You're going to blame me and Yaba for being amongst how many hundreds or thousands of people said, fuck you, DC, and turned around and left when you ushered Ron into the community and when you announced that you guys were in a fucking relationship. You want to blame me and Yaba for that? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Really? Okay. Whatever. Wow. That's convenient. That's convenient. And that is utterly ridiculous.
You're doing. You keep on going lower and lower and lower. I know, I know, I know, I know. Keep going, Yaba. Keep going.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Bubble tea, that's a good question.
Keep going. As Negs would say, I'm over the bombing site. Because you would not...
What does that mean? Is that a threat? Is that a threat? I feel like that's a threat. I feel like that one's probably a threat. Clara, are you telling me that Ronald made the statement towards Yaba and Samantha? What'd she say? I'm over the bombing zone?
I'm over the bombing site.
I'm over the bombing site. Okay, hold on. Let me get my pencil. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. I have to be thorough, okay? 11, 18. I'm over the bombing. Let me just tell you, again, Clara, I hope you're still listening. I hope you're hanging in there, Clara, because maybe you could help me out at this point. See, I didn't download. Oh, yeah, let me put threat in parentheses so I don't forget why I'm making this note. I didn't download this video to ensure that during my reaction you would not be able to take it down, to ensure that you wouldn't be able to pull the gag on me and have a good chuckle. So I'll go ahead, surely there's a rest area or an exit coming up soon on the interstate freeway back to DC where you could pull over and maybe take this video down for me. Because at this rate, 11 minutes and 18 seconds, and we've been here for an hour and a half, I'm never going to get through it. Foodie's going off about Yaba on her community tab. Of course she is. And I mean, you know what? At this point, like, if Chantel's going to do something, she's going to do something. If she's not, she's not. Like, but I mean, if Chantel thinks that she's over there in Kuwait in some sort of position of power and that she's going to dangle this ridiculousness that she's been up to with Clara and Ron over Yaba's head somehow in some sort of like form of what? Power play, intimidation tactic. Like, I'm not really sure, what Chantel thinks she stands to gain by fucking with Yaba's channel in any way. I don't know. I really don't see her doing that because honestly, at the end of the day, I really do feel like right now, like, Chantel is just in a place where she's very frustrated and she really needs to like release some aggression and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I think Chantel really does kind of fancy Yaba to a degree. And also, she also has Frenchie to take out her aggression at as well, And I think between French Fry Girl and Yaba, I think it's very, very, very apparent that Chantel prefers Yaba far and above Frenchie, right? So there's that. I mean, I could be wrong. But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, this whole thing is going to play out the way it plays out. And it's unfortunate. It really is. It is unfortunate that for whatever reason, Ron decided that he was going to literally, and he admits this, he actually boasts about it, that he followed Yaba over to the Chantel reaction community from what was once the OG drama community. He admits that he followed her over here. And it's unfortunate that he did that because he really has just kind of taken away to a degree, I mean, let's face it, time is money, right? Time, effort, energy. And, Yaba and I both have spent a lot of time on the bullshit that Ron brought over here because he's so fucking pissed off about the shit that happened in the OG DC 6 years ago, and he can't fucking let the shit go. It's unfortunate that he did that, right? And it's unfortunate that DC has a kink for degenerate, loser, broke as fuck, slightly younger men. Like, this is all just really, truly an unfortunate series of events wherein, you know, Ron has followed us from OGDC to fucking, you know, this community and really kind of caused a little bit of a stink here and there. It's just an unpleasant odor, you know, just an unpleasant odor, a stench. And, you know, for whatever reason, as the planets and the stars and everything aligned, just so happened that fucking Clara, DC Media Girl, somehow found her way into this bullshit. And I mean, who would have thought that yet another person, right? That yet another woman on the internet is literally insane to the degree that DC is. I mean, who would have thought that she would get off her ass and get in her car and start driving to and from between DC and fucking Connersville, Indiana, right? And enter into this relationship, partnership, whatever it is, whatever it truly is, doesn't matter. It's just crazy, though. Crazy. And it just so happens, you know, that these two fucknut weirdos, you know, they get together in fucking Connersville, Indiana, of all fucking places. And that's not a dox. Everybody knows where they live or whatever. And it just so happens to be literally like 2 hours away from fucking where me and Yaba live. Like, it's almost like, is this even real life? You know, it's almost too good to be true. It's almost like this has to be scripted in some way. Like, you know what I mean? But really, when you drill down on it, what is it? What does it come down to? What does it really come down to? I'll tell you what, the Google algorithm, does it not? It really does. Isn't that interesting? And we all know that Google is gathering information on everybody, literally around the clock, 24/7, right? And then their little algorithms steer everyone where they think they should go and where they want to go, you know. This is bananas. What if there's like, you know, really higher ups, you know, at Google/YouTube or whoever it is who's in charge of this shit over here? You know, what if they are like really puppet masters, you know, and they're seeing to it that, if, for example, DC's channel or Ron's channel is suggested to this woman, Clara, DC Media Girl over here. And, you know, I don't know. It's just, when you think about that, like, how on earth did all these ragtag group of fucking degenerate motherfuckers all come to collide out there somewhere in the World Wide Web? You know, it's just fucking bonkers. Foodie Beauty community posts are a dramatic reading. She is so stupid. Okay, do you guys, let's bop on over to the fucking community tab post over there at Chantel's, because we're just gonna wrap this up. I thought, listen to me, look at me, I thought we were gonna get through 2 of DC's streams, and I just ran my mouth so much we didn't even get through 1. But it's totally fine, because it's whatever, you know, we just kind of go with it or whatever. It's totally fine. All right, so Chantel's community tab, 16 minutes ago. Okay. 16 minutes ago. Holy crap. Yeah, we just kicked in the door. I love her so much. Whoever supports this trash is also trash. I call a bully the R word as a slippage and I get canceled. Meanwhile, this trash human calls Nex's child a child the R word over and over and doesn't regret it. Gross. First of all, Negs Hunch, dad of the year over there, has always called his own kid the R word. He does. He absolutely does. Yes, he does. And he will tell you, he will admit that. Has he not admitted that more than once? Raise your hand in the chat. Listen, the majority of you have been around long enough. You can answer these questions. Show you, I don't want to go through the trouble. It's whatever. She has the frickin' tweet up, the one that Ron and Clara have had glued to your screens for the past 2 weeks. Alex, baby, get your report hand ready. This man is trying to make it so I can't have firearms to protect my family. This tweet, by the way, is from August the 15th, 2022. So nice of you, Clara and Ron, to post this tweet that Yaba tweeted with the date and time stamp, August the 15th, 2022 at 6:50 p.m. because that was the day that we found out that you filed fraudulent and fictitious orders of protection on us. Remember that? Do you not remember that? It's so weird. It's like every time you post this tweet, you leave off the fact that this was the day we find out that you're filing false and fictitious and fraudulent orders of protection on us with courts of law in the state that we live and work in, you know? 23 thumbs up. Oh, the comments are off? Of course they are. Comments are turned off. Chantel, fuck off, man. For real. And Chantel, you've been around long enough to know, ma'am. That's another thing you people need to understand. Okay, last point, and then I'm done because I really have to pee. You guys have to understand, don't you dare give Chantel a pass on anything related to Ron, Clara, and Yaba. Okay? Chantel was around the OGDC. Do not forget. She did another community tab threatening timestamps coming. I mean, really, Chantel, you're ridiculous. Chantel was around in the OGDC. Chantel knows. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Chantel knows. She knows. And thank you, Lindsay with an A. Foodie followed OGDC hard. She did. We have screenshots of Chantel participating in the OGDC dating back to 2017. Yes, the fuck we do. She knows. She knows and she knows better. Don't she?
What?
Chantel knows better. Don't give her any fucking passes on anything to do with Ron, Clara, you, or me. Because Chantel was OGDC too. She was there.
She dealt with Ron firsthand.
Yeah, she knows.
Chantel is so desperate to cling on to anybody that will listen to her and paint her as the victim that she so desperately thinks she is. She'll hang on to anybody. Whether it be Ron, DC, Karate Joe, fucking McHenry Cruiser. Like, start naming degenerate of the... if it was fucking Nodder. If Nodder was on there.
Hold on. Is this... Hold on. This community tab post from 20 minutes ago, is this Chantel's community tab post in response to Negs losing his channel again? Have you read it?
Yeah. And that's okay. You can say that you're going to start taking down channels, Chantel, but just remember yours will go down as well with ours because you have timestamps, and we also can do the same thing to you.
Chantel. Some of us have lost a channel on YouTube previously. Exactly. Some of us haven't, so we're not really familiar with that process and how that works.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, I'm gonna get off of here because you got me surprised. I get something early.
Yes.
Yeah. Give it to me. What is it? Is it Hanso?
Yes.
Is it for me?
Yes.
Oh my God, Twisted Peppermint goes in my Twisted Peppermint stuff. Oh, what's that? Oh my God, it's the gold glitter I wanted. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Oh, baby. Where did you get this?
I had to pick it up where I got her laptop at.
Really?
Yes.
Aw.
Well, I thought I was going to get her laptop at somewhere, and then I didn't. And then I'm going to pick it up somewhere else, and I started listening to your stream, and I just realized I forgot to go to Best Buy.
You haven't gone? You forgot?
I forgot.
You're home and you forgot?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. You want to go? You want me to get off here and we go?
I don't know.
We get Starbucks.
It's so bad. It is so bad.
Okay, we'll
I
get it.
can't believe I came all the way home and forgot.
That's crazy. Did y'all hear that? That's crazy. That's okay.
How did that happen? Until I handed you that glitter, did I realize that I did not stop at Best Buy.
Well, let's check in. Oh, wow. Okay. It'll be fine. Oh, I love you so much. She forgot to go. One of the most important places she had to go. That's too bad. Okay, well, I'm going to get off of here. It was so much fun. Thank you for timing out whoever needed to be timed out. Did they need to be timed out? Let me see. You are a loser. I mean, I very well might be. Like, you could totally be right, and that's okay. And that's okay, right? Some of us are losers. Some of us aren't. You know, it is what it is. She locked Harlow in here with me. It's totally fine. Sorry, guys. I was looking for, hold on. Let me just get something together real quick before I go. And then, oh, by the way, okay, so the intro that I played It's one of Yaba's Christmas beats. So she does have a playlist. It has 4. Hold on. There you go.
Yaba on the beat.
There you go. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to be live again before Christmas. So if not, Merry Christmas to you and yours. I hope you all have a wonderful